Well, howdy there, everybody. Welcome back to Stewie MTG, and today looking at my mono green commander being Toski, Bearer of Secrets. Toski's a 1/1 for 4. It cannot be countered. Indestructible. It has to attack each turn if able, but whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. So we have card to draw engine in Toski. With that, before we hop into squirrels and squirrel adjacent cards, let's go ahead and look at our artifact ramp, which ain't much, to be honest. You got Soul Ring and Emerald Medallion, make everything a little bit cheaper. Popping into our other artifacts that aren't mana ramp, we've got ourselves some both damage and squirrel creation and acorn catapult. Protect Toski with Swiftfoot boots. We've got both scry and the ability to draw cards and life captures bestiary. We've got our ability to make our squirrels have death touch with Bow of Nylea, and also something to suit up Toski and turn him sideways, do some commander damage, is Commander's Plate. Let's go ahead and actually pop into our non-squirrel creatures. Now, I realize I'm going to have to redo this video once Modern Horizons 2 comes out and I finally trade for, purchase, wheel and deal for all of the new squirrel that are in that set. Before that, I had to supplement a lot, especially with elves, in order to fill Toski out as a squirrel deck. First off, we've got Birds of Paradise for ramp, Findlehorn Elves, Elvish Mystic. We have a squirrel somewhat. I really don't like using changelings, but we've got a Masked Vandal and Realm Walker that are honorary squirrels. We've got a commander buffer in Guardian Augmenter from the new commander set. Great to help buff Toski up. With that, we've got some artifact and enchantment hate in Reclamation Sage. And our first real squirrel adjacent card. What really got me going for Toski was the recent Secret Lair Squirrels, which each of those cards is actually in this. We've got Squirrel Wrangler. Create some tokens. And more card draw besides Toski and Beast Whisperer. Liege of the Hollows is a card that I am playing with. I might take it out, especially for some of the new squirrel cards, as it creates opportunity for opponents to get things. But, hey, it could be fun. We've got Deep Forest Hermit, another squirrel producing card, and also Deranged Hermit. Getting our permanents untapped, we've got Seedborn Muse, another squirrel adjacent card in Nut Collector, a Game Ender in Endray's Forerunners, and a great buffer for each of our turns, including giving our squirrels trample, is, you know, the squirrels really like Kamal. And now we're on to our actual squirrels and squirrel adjacent with some uncards, since I play mainly kitchen table Magic with my daughter and friends. Uncards are okay as long as we know ahead of time. And this is currently the only deck I know of that I have that has an uncard. So with that, we've got Squirrel Dealer, Steel Squirrel, Scourge Colony, Squirrel Mob, Croson Beast, and last of the real squirrels, we've got Earl of Squirrel. That's why I'm looking forward to new Modern Horizons 2 with the addition of new squirrel cards. You got 2 Planeswalkers in Grook Wildspeaker and Nissa, who shakes the world, for some more ramp. Let's go ahead and hop into our enchantments. We've got Gaia's Touch for more mana. Druid's Call, squirrels. In Search of Greatness, mainly because Toski's in the art. We've got Squirrel Farm. It's an uncard. It's got squirrels. Let's have some fun. We've got Squirrel Nest. Blanchwood Armor to make Toski big. Grook's Uprising to draw more cards. Chittering Doom to roll some dice and get some more squirrels. Guardian Project, as if we didn't draw enough cards. A win condition in Epic Struggle, because I have the feeling we're going to have 20 or more squirrels, especially when Parallel Lives and Doubling Season are on the field. And, you know, what's not to like about commander damage, especially when you can slap Classification and send Toski in for the win. And those were the enchantments and enchantments and auras. Now off to some instants. We've got Naturalize, Wrap and Vigor, Tangle Wrap, Protection and Heroic Intervention, Return to Nature, Roiling Regrowth for ramp, Harrow for ramp, Beast Within for removal, Second Harvest, because, you know, if 1 squirrel's not enough, certainly 2 is, right? We've got Force of Vigor, and another squirrel adjacent card. I wish, as Brian from Cure for the Common Game was saying when he was looking through his Toski deck, Classification really should also have a squirrel on it, because the original Classification, Might of Oaks, did. With that, some sorceries now with Chatter of the Squirrel. Gotta like that buyback. Rampant Growth. Finale of Devastation, because, you know, who doesn't like smashing face with some very, very big squirrels? Removal of Creeping Mold. Cultivate for some ramp. Acorn Harvest, because more squirrel tokens. Harmonize for card draw, as if the cards we were going to get off of Toski wasn't enough. Acorn Harvest. And I dropped it on the floor. Shamanic Revelation, because more cards. Another win condition with Overcome. Parallel Evolution to make some more squirrels. And last but not least in our sorcery is Overrun. Because, you know, Overrun just means 4/4 squirrels with trample heading your way. And with that, some non-basic lands. For the majority, I wanted to keep the deck with basic forests, especially for the enchantment that looks for forests. But we've got Swarmyard, you know, regenerate Toski. We've got Evolving Wilds, Blighted Woodland for ramp, Nykthos for mana generation, because a lot of those squirrel cards ain't cheap. We've got Desert of the Indomitable for cycling, and a whole lot of Zendikar forests. This is my favorite artwork, at least from the Zendikar full arts for forests. And it just seems like I could see Toski or the other squirrels climbing up those vines on those pedestals and just enjoying themselves. So this has been Toski. Like I said, I'll probably do a part 2 once I get a hold of the new Modern Masters, Modern Horizons 2 stuff. And it's going to be a whole lot of fun. I've been able to play this deck now twice, and Toski really does like smashing face. With that, this has been Stewie MTG. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe down below. Also, check out the links for the decks in the description below. And we will catch you next time here on Stewie MTG as we continue to complete our quest for 32.